My Gavan and Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Adûnâim, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Adûnâim, as was foretold in the little episode of earlier this week, whereby I said I would not continue on as Gundabad. I know people absolutely hate me starting the game at a battle, so I'm here on the campaign map, and what we're going to do is we're going to merge our two armies here into one glorious army, and take down Lun Lag and his reinforcements, who are just to his south, who is called Captain Thukrad.
Yes, my lord.
So we'll get our Castamite to lead.
Yes, my lord.
And we just want to swap out anything that may not be as good as it can be. Well, to be honest, everything in your army is alright, really. But these things are weaker.
Your orders, my lord.
He's got 126, 124.
Yes, my lord.
652, 124. 152, 152.
As you wish. Joining forces.
72 of them go over there.
Your orders, my
We can
lord.
take 128 more of them, maybe? We've got a lot of archers in our main army. Oh dear, wrong button.
Yes, my lord.
There, archers. Archers there. No, we could probably do with another archer unit, to be honest. I don't know if the crossbows are as important. Oh, maybe. I don't think we want them.
As you wish.
Obviously, the reinforcements will fight as well, but
My lord. By your command.
Yes, my lord.
Assembling
just not.
A mighty
Your orders.
they won't be the army that we lead.
Yes, my lord.
So, kindly come and stand here.
with honor.
Your orders,
And let's
my lord.
bloomin' well smash these Isengard buggers back to Kingdom Come. Ah, his reinforcements are not... Of course. Why do I keep thinking that when you attack an army that is besieging a town, the battle map square therefore takes the town as the centre of the 9 tiles and not the army you're attacking? I keep making that ridiculous mistake. Right, what I'm going to do is punt on not allowing Imrazor to be controlled by the AI and take down Lun Lag on our own with just our assembled army here. He's got a lot of crossbow units, like a hell of a lot. Only 1 unit of wargs, and otherwise though the army is pretty much all half orcs, which is good. We haven't got any infantry to contend with. Imrazor's army, I think, would be... Imrazor's army is a good army if it were controlled by me, but it's a bad army controlled by the AI, so I shall try and avoid that using that, which is why we've taken him out. So by standing on opposite sides of the town, Isengard have sealed their fate. Now, someone in the comments did suggest in the previous episode that my gameplay style, as ever, is poor, and that I constantly take towns in enemy-held territory, leave them with pitiful garrisons, lose them, and then have to go back and take them back again. And I thought, rather than try and write out a lengthy reason to why, in my mind, the reason that I have behind this is because if I can take a town, I can interrupt any units that are being trained by that faction at that point. I can destroy any buildings within that town and render it utterly obsolete for that faction at that point in time. And I may even be able to get a couple of turns worth of wealth out of the town. But obviously then I can't then garrison the town, so the enemy might take it back. But a town that has been ransacked and destroyed is useless to them. And by my army then punching in further and further, I'm essentially creating a cloud of weakness behind me as I pillage and raid my way through the enemy towns. And that, invariably, is the reason why I don't tend to have a grand invasion plan whereby I'm going to take this town and then I'm going to garrison it with these units and those units, and then I shall, once that town is solidified and held, we're going to move on 10 turns later and take the next town and then solidify that with a garrison and fight off anyone that comes. I also think that is just really boring, and we all play the game in our own way, and you play it how you want to play it and I'll play it how I want to play it. And we'll stick it at that. Now, as you've just seen there, something that I have very kindly by a user on Total War Center, I think maybe YouTube, did say I can edit the colour of these dots. And at the moment, they are set to be purple in winter and yellow in summer. Now, the game only has summer and winter. Those are the only 2 seasons available to you. And I am of the opinion that it should just be deep red all the time. It should just always be red. I don't think there is a surface that red does not show up on. It may be a bit harder to see perhaps on the Mordor terrain where it's just all black, but I think on the whole red would be a good colour for those terribly invisible dots that we have at the moment. So do let me know if you agree with my proposition for red dots. I appreciate that's not that exciting, but not everything in modding can be exciting, I'm afraid. It's not all fast cars and women, let me tell you that. I can't tell you what accent that was because it wasn't one, and I can only apologise for that a pitiful attempt. Right, now we did attack them, which means they are going to sit on that hill probably and look at us until we get involved. So what we will now do, I should have grouped these, sorry that I didn't. Group them, run them in, and just start shooting them. We outrange the enemy, so and then we can position everyone else in preparation. When the enemy takes the bait and moves in on us, we can withdraw to this hill here. So put them there like that. Get the 2 crossbow units to go behind. Get 2 of you to go on one side. I'm not really paying attention, have I? That's bad. Oh dear, there will be 2 Adûnâim episodes, and providing whether or not I have the willpower to do some modding today and tomorrow, which is Friday, although you're probably watching this tomorrow on Friday, but I hope to record a developer diary on Saturday morning before I go and watch Watford triumphantly destroy Liverpool at Vicarage Road, and I hope then to do a developer diary on Saturday, then for that to then release before I re-release Gundabad, so you can all get a feel for the changes that I'm talking about when the new campaign comes in. But at the minute, I'm absolutely... Jessica and I have been watching the US version of The Office, and I'm absolutely hooked. And I've been watching it on one screen and playing Skylines on the other screen, and the call is so great, and so pulling myself away from that will be challenging. Sorry, I've done nothing but talk about nonsense and nothing, and we haven't fought yet, and I haven't sped the timer up either. Now, that, annoyingly though, I've just realised that not only are we reasonably far away, but they're also now standing in the trees. So, flank around there a bit. Move into position over there. Oh, it looks like they might be taking the bait. Who's that? Or a guy crossbows? Yes. Shoot them. I would happily let you all loose arrows on crossbows. That's a good like for like exchange, if you ask me. Can anyone shoot those? Yes. Ah, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. You're going to have to stand and fight because I'm not going to be able to run you away in time. Oh, good, well done. I take the brunt of their attack for me, archers. I feel like archers can take casualties and it doesn't matter too much because... Well, no, actually, it only applies in that battle, doesn't it? If at the start of the battle there are 100 men and they have 20 arrows, then they have 2,000 arrows. But then if at the end of the battle there are 50 men, then each man just fires twice as many arrows. But at the next battle, that does no longer apply. So I was thinking, oh, it doesn't matter about losing archers because they'll still have the same number of arrows in the next battle. There'll just be fewer of them to fire, so they'll take a bit longer. But overall, it's all right. But of course, that is not how it works. Bit of an archer off. They're not taking the bait as much as I'd hoped. They're just sending their own crossbows in to shoot us. What about if we then pull bait? Now that we are taking a fair few losses, will their crossbows follow us? I don't think they're going to, are they? Oh, I don't know. Hold on. No, they are going to stay on the hill over there, aren't they? Ah, no, yes, we've got some coming into range. It looks like they may be coming for us now. Yes, they are. Shut down their crossbows, please, Corsairs. They're charging the crossbows in alone at the front. Excellent. Engage them. I think you're a good unit to engage them, to be honest, because they're heavily armoured themselves. And it will just stop their annoying crossbow fire. I also don't care if you guys die. You're one of our cheapest and most expendable units. Are they really charging those wargs into our pikes? They did. What? That was stupid. Well, thank you for allowing me to easily kill your cavalry reinforcements. What are we on now? 20% of the enemy has died, 10% of us have died. And they're even now just setting themselves up to be wonderfully flanked. Oh, they're routing. Oh, goodness. Alright, get everyone in line. The line has moved up, and we move with it. Our archers are still firing away happily. As are the crossbows. Who have we got left? Pikes. Get involved. Where's the general? Come and get involved. Archers, once you finish, just stay out of it. Oh, our crossbows this whole time. I'm such an idiot. Why did I turn them off of fire at will? I never turn them off of fire at will. I mean, we will win. This is going to be quite a nice little victory, actually. But I've massively wasted our potential there. I'm sure many of you were looking at that thinking, he hasn't turned his crossbows to fire. They are standing there doing nothing. And the answer is yes. Yes, they are. Right, let's get these guys involved as well, because they're relatively good in melee. Oh, the Uruk pikemen over there, they definitely want to be shot. Get yourselves into positions. You guys go there. You guys punch in the middle there. Okay. Oh, come and stand there, like right and up. Get right up into them. We've got a bit of a problem there. Bulging through.
They have lost half their men.
There you are, you can shoot them now. You guys. Oh, you can't reach anymore. Bugger. How are we doing over here against the pikes? I'm not really seeing the pikes die. I'm seeing our units getting surrounded by this strange pike wall that Isengard are going for. We have breaking. You guys go up there for the general. Go. That left flank has done really well. Held on that entire time.
General flees like the coward.
Oh, the enemy general has run away. Christ. What a coward's tactic. Right, curl in. Capture everything. Bulk on this side. How have they not broken? Their general flees, and yet they fight on. Oh, we've lost certain units. We've lost 2 whole units. I don't know which ones. Archers. Christ, they died so quickly. Who is that in the middle there? Baneguard and Spearguard together. And there's me thinking that that was going to be a crushing victory when the general fled. I mean, we have only lost 30%, but... There we are, they're running.
The enemy general abandons his men. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
We'll capture some more, They're going to get away though. Oh, quite a lot of them. Hold on, we've got someone out over there, haven't we? Yeah. Come and get more of them. We don't want Lun Lag getting anything. They captured like 9. They just ran through you. Just end it. Just bloody end it. 965. We killed 2,649. So we did pay, but I'm not too bothered. I'm really not bothered. That's what the channel's motto should be. I'll just say here, savages. People often criticize me on how just poorly I play the game. So I find myself repeatedly saying that I just play the game to relax and enjoy myself, and people seem to like the way I narrate or play the game, otherwise the channel would have died years ago. But I think as we are getting bigger and more people from a wider audience are coming in, people who expect YouTubers to be the cream of the crop, otherwise why would you be there if you're not showing people how to win with amazing odds? And we get those people coming over and they just think, God, this guy is awful, absolutely awful. But also I think what I champion is that the game can be won in many different ways, and my channel is a testament to that fact. I am really not that wonderful. I mean, if I really put my mind to it, I actually do think I'm alright, to be honest. I'm certainly not the worst player the game's ever known. But in general, yes, I don't put my mind to it. I enjoy just kind of relaxing, having a bit of fun. And also I struggle to talk and properly pay attention, which I also say quite often. And that often leads to me playing quite poorly because I'm just not paying attention.
Yes, my lord.
There we are, your armies merged.
Your orders.
But I think I do show that you can win the game really any way that you want. However you want to play it, you can win it that way. And so I think that's good as well. Right, Thukrad. He's got a couple of units of normal Urks, but only one crossbow. There are 3 Baneguard, and interesting this time a Ballista crew. But most notably, I've saved it already, but I've a terrible bad habit of that. Most notably, he doesn't have a general. So as soon as these units start to quake, they will break. And our victory will be assured. I'll give you absolutely no pounds if you can tell me what that is, because it's bleeding obvious. It's Gandalf and the Balrog, atop the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Ah, perfect. This time we've got a hill. So even though we're attacking them, we can rain flaming death down upon them. Although we can't, of course, rain flaming death down upon them, because only Rune get fire arrows now. Which is a change that I actually really like. I do not lament the passing of fire arrows. Not one jot. No one on defensive mode, please. This time, we'll just have everyone who is melee capable of just forming a line, standing behind those archers. I'm not sure that we'll get too much use out of the crossbows, but again, actually, the early tier crossbows are such a gift because they are so expendable, and yet if allowed to be used to their full potential, they are so formidably strong. We are ready to strike. Start the battle. What's that coming in over there? Oh, that's our allies. Archers, fire at will. Commence. And there they go. Wave after wave of keen Númenórean arrow slices through the sky, each one with a target. Many falling short by the looks of things. Right, looks like the AI is pulling away because they don't really know how to face the two of us. And it looks like they're really pulling away, so we're going to run everyone to the edge of this forest. Whilst they're being harangued with some archer fire. Speed it back up. Shootout stance, please. Don't approach. You've got a lot of archers. Use them wisely. Bugger. Bugger. Bugger, 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 bugger. That was an absolute waste. That was a ridiculous waste on my part. But we'll kill the general, and that's always good.
If we continue like this, we will
kick it back into
×6
because I'm really not all that bothered.
Good
The enemy here will
The
die
enemy
quite
general
easily.
lies dead.
Where are they? Send both of those out to kill those pikemen, and they should be able to get some good kills, to be honest. Oh, we have got a lot of routing already. Routing almost before they've even hit the line at the moment. 39% plays 3. This is the difference with, well, I suppose as well, overwhelming odds does help you in terms of enemy morale. And that can't be understated. Right, let's shut down these pikes.
Only half. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
How are we doing over here? Oh, successful already, really. Who's that over there? You guys come and get out of the way. Likewise. Have we got a unit of our... No, you're all archers. Yeah, this is pretty much over. Where's the... what's left? Oh, our general has gone... That's bloody lucky, isn't it? He's gone miles away. Oh, it's alright. We've got various forces closing in. This is the only time I really feel the loss of cavalry, or the lack of cavalry, is when the enemy breaks and our forces are just as slow as them, so we just don't catch any. Some units still fight though. There's some spear guard there. The other ones are routing, and then surely they're all routing now. Who's left? These Uruk-hai infantry. Uruk-hai infantry have been ever so slightly buffed again, but not to any great major level. They are still tier 3 elites, but they're not.
This is a clear victory.
They're not pale Uruks. No, they are. They are a good tier 3 elite unit, but they're not an uber elite unit, as some people really wish them to be. But they shouldn't be, and so they won't be. 101 as Wazir Savages. The Uruk-hai, as I am frequently corrected upon, and so now know wonderfully well, Uruk-hai, unfortunately, have been given the false pedestal of the films, or from the films, that suggests that they are almighty and perhaps the greatest warriors on the face of the earth. And that simply is just not true. And this is very easily found out by merely going onto any Tolkien forum anywhere and stating Uruk-hai should be the most powerful things in the game. They are so powerful. And just wait for the absolute onslaught of corrections you get. Chief amongst them are that Uruk-hai are not as tall as human men. And this is one of the film's biggest failings in quite a lot of die-hard fans' eyes. Which I was just, like, it's one of those things that I think is absolutely minor, and, like, you do you, guys, but some people just cannot look past this incredible grievance against the films, that they deigned to make the Uruk-hai as tall as the humans. Utter morons.
Yes, my lord.
Anyway, so Uruk-hai shouldn't be as tall as humans. They should also not be as strong as humans. They are better than the standard gruff orcs, that is correct. But they are not, apparently, as good as humans in warfare. And this, as I say, is frequently seen as a big problem. But it does lead to things like where we've said that Gundabad are now going to be a really powerful orc nation, and people are up in arms saying, well, no, shouldn't Isengard be the most powerful orc nation? And we just have to say, well, actually, no. Isengard are very powerful, do not get me wrong, but they're not the most powerful. Although, I suppose some people, I'm going to end the turn and just hope we've done everything else we wanted to do. Some people's grievance is with the fact that, of course, Gundabad's backstory in now Divide and Conquer has been entirely made up with a combination of a few of us over in the DaC team. And it has no basis in the true lore story. None whatsoever. Well, I suppose the only shared concept from Tolkien's actual writings and what we've done with Gundabad is that Gundabad is known to be a stronghold of the orcs in the Third Age, and arguably their capital. And we've taken that concept and given them an entire backstory to separate them from the other orcs. And as you will see from what I've just said, it bears no real likeness to the actual state of events of Gundabad in the Third Age. But to have another orc nation would just be folly. There need to be something to differentiate them.
Yes.
And we are Divide and Conquer. The saying that Gundabad shouldn't be a faction because they just shouldn't be a faction, there's no reason to create them, is folly. Divide and Conquer's purpose is to add as many factions as possible. And naturally, therefore, we're going to add ones that are a bit more out there, for want of a better word. Gundabad being one such out there faction. Right, our army assembled. We've just been attacked by a huge army of Dunland. Oh, goodness gracious. How many pikes can you fit in one army, Adûnâim has asked. And that's their solution. Bloody millions. Elsewhere, though, it really is going well. The dwarves are holding back. And not only that, I think the dwarves are actually expanding into the goblin territory. And as has been pointed out for me from the last episode, quite rightly, because I did get it wrong, it was Mordor that attacked the Misty Mountains, not the other way round. So the Misty Mountains will soon die, because the dwarves are better than them, and they're keeping them in check, where people thought they would fail. They've got Dol Guldur to fight, and now Mordor has joined in as well, because Isengard can no longer keep their attention on the east, because I have stepped in on the west. So I think the goblins' days are numbered, to be honest, and the dwarves will return to power.
Orders.
Of course, we will see,
Ships
but
ready.
I'm fairly confident that will be the case. Yes, of course. You're heading over here to ferry them. And we've got an army mustering in these provinces, have we not? Yes. You could do with a ship to get everyone about a bit quicker, because that journey is quicker than walking all the way around. I'd take a couple more archers if you got them. That'd be nice. Oh, Ballister crews. They're always good against elves, aren't they? Not as concerned about. Well, that one will drop off in a second. Oh no, look, wait, there we go. You build it instead. Perfect. So our anti-elf army will soon be ready, and will do exactly what we hope it to do. Crush Círdan's last pitiful resistance, and then sail south and assist the rest of us. The dwarves, I note, did not attack Royal Tharbad, so they've not got that back. Argond is going to go for 7 turns, but we'll siege it for 1 more because our ship's not ready yet. But we'll siege it, and then we can jump across the channel in the safe knowledge that Dunnan aren't going to get it back anytime soon. Once we've taken Argond, I think that just leaves the region of Fëanor, north of Royal Tharbad. Keloniac, is that the name? No. Yes. No. At the minute it's called Car something, isn't it? Car Calatar, Car something. Oh, hello, Arad. Why have Isengard gone to the castle and stood next to it? We have got nowhere near enough troops in that castle. That's really bad. That's really quite terrible.
Ships ready.
There we are.
Fine day to sail.
Shadow of Mirkwood don't like me. Not. Why is that even? What? They're miles away. What does anyone in their right mind give a damn about them about? Oh, Anagamaite, what a great location you are. We can get a Dark Temple there, but no, we'll go for a port. Vinya Armenelos has built some roads, which is a large town in the middle of nowhere, really. Not too much going on. Go for Master Masons. I like to get those built, to be honest. Unfortunately, the dwarves have taken Royal Tharbad. Oh, we're going to have to begin... Oh, and Alkford has been besieged. But our army arrives in Siduri to retake Lomdare, so that's good. On the next turn, we will be pretty much there. How many of you can go now?
We'll make camp here. Your will, my lord. My lord. Orders, my lord. Your will, my lord.
Your orders, my lord.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
We
Go for
shall
it.
engage.
Give Isengard something to think about.
March
You
to
guys,
exhaustion,
can you retrain
continuing
at all?
later.
No. We could get some more recruitment. Take what we can. Oh, and a grain exchange. Yay! I do like grain. Ah, dear. 7 turns until they can retrain. Have we got anyone we can send south? Because they're going to need assistance.
Orders. Your will.
In fact, all of you, and we won't send a general though, because there's no one
As
there.
you wish. We'll make camp here.
Yes, my lord.
Your will, my lord.
You guys go with
By
them.
your command.
Imrazor,
Your
you
orders,
go
my
that
lord.
way. Build us a tower on your route. Please
Yes,
tell me you
my
can build a
lord.
tower. Yes.
This tower will keep
Join up with
vigil over
Arcas
the land.
Samite and take Karas. That'll
Your
give-
orders,
We're
my
really swiftly denying Isengard access to their towns. And they haven't really sent a response yet. But,
Orders. Yes.
so I'll be interested to see what they actually try and do to stop us. Because at the minute, they're not doing anything. That town up there, what's it called? Karkalatar, it is called that. Did I rally out last time, or did I wait for them to attack me? I think I rallied out. I'm not going to do that this time though, because I'm hoping to end the recording in a few minutes to have some dinner. So, what of our army here? Do we think we have enough to take Fornost? I don't. We've quite a weak army, really, but we can go and entice them into. We can go and take that fort. Send some units we're not really bothered about. Can you get a better barracks, or have you got the best one already? No, I think you've got the best one already. Yes, you have. Yes, you've got the best of everything military-based, actually. And you've got the highest level palace. I can't do anything further for your... What about blacksmiths? No, we need communal farming. That's about the only thing left I can get for you. I do want that fort, though. I'd like to... I'd like to stick one to the northern Adûnâim.
The day is ours. We have
Get some free upkeep as well by popping them in there. They have really few recruitment options, even though we have every recruitment building built. That's what happens when we don't have coasts as the Adûnâim. We can't do anything. Where is one of our diplomats as well? Because we do want Royal Tharbad.
Yes, my lord.
Ah, you're there. Return hither.
Boarding trans going ashore. Yes, my lord.
I'm not going to swap it just yet because we can't hold them at the moment, but I will look to swap. Someone did say I should give back a Numinas, but I really like the fact that we've got a Numinas. And I don't want to give that back. But I think I would give back Gehusanar. Gehusanar makes more than Fahamgathol. Christ, no. We'd give back Fahamgathol. I'm sure they would do that trade. I mean, we can get a feel for it now, to be honest. I'll give you Fahamgathol, one of your beloved provinces. And you can give me a Royal Tharbad. You've got so many provinces. Oh, they think it's balanced. I'll give you map info too. We might have to give them some money, which we have none of at the moment, but we will have.
Well, that was uneventful.
But I think that they might do that. They might do that. Oh, the Misty Mountains are currently the best nation. Bloody done endings. Right, that is where I'm going to end the episode. In the next one, we shall hopefully take Karas. Oh, we can move up and just besiege it, get that ready. Otherwise, I'll almost certainly forget.
Yes.
I've built ladders, and I really don't need ladders. It's an orc encampment. Just build loads of those, and then we can break in like 7 places at once, 6 places.
Yes.
So in the next episode, we'll need to defend Alkfud and defend Tharbad, but our southern army continues to gain in the name of the Adûnâim, and we'll take back Londere as well, as there is no longer a threat anywhere near that. But our real goal in the next episode will be to attack Argond. We will take Argond, and then we will hop over and take Barad-Vin, which has no garrison either. Dunland have thrown all of their cards into the army now governed by Urdrek. That is pretty much Dunland's resistance in a nutshell, and we shall crush it there quite nicely. And the Misty Mountains will no longer be as much of a threat, as they now have problems in the south to worry about, and I'm sure the dwarves will take that to their advantage. But with us, as we've got a spy there, let's move the other one further up and see if we've taken Khandum from them yet. But for now, I think I'll end the episode there, so thank you very much for watching if indeed you have, and until we speak again, dear friends, Navarn den Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.